But first, Dallas police say they've made an arrest in the death of a mother of 6 killed while working at a Dollar General store. We're waiting to hear from the Dallas Police Department. They are actually getting ready to speak right now. Let's listen in.
18-year-old juvenile suspect has been taken into custody relating to the capital murder of Gabrielle Simmons, a hardworking mother of 6, that occurred on Monday, November 6, 2017. At the Dollar General located at 4807 Sunnyvale. Our hearts go out to her children and her family. Homicide detectives received several tips from the public after the information was distributed to local media outlets. Through the collective efforts of the department, the media, the citizens of Dallas, tips flowed into the Crime Stoppers unit. These tips were then vetted by the homicide detectives, and they paid off. After obtaining information relating to the tips, a warrant for the suspect's arrest was prepared. This warrant information was relayed to the members of the United States Marshals North Texas Fugitive Task Force, in which Dallas police officers are members, for their follow-up. The task force was able to locate the subject, and take him into custody without further incident. The suspect has since been transported to the Dallas Police Department's Youth Division for processing. I want to take this time again to thank the community for their diligent efforts in working with the Dallas Police Department, the media for covering this event, as tragic as it is in our community, and the homicide detectives for their relentless efforts and follow-up in finding this subject and bringing him to justice. With that, I'll take a few questions that you may have that I can answer.
So just to clarify, he has been arrested, not just taken into custody, but arrested.
Yes, he has been arrested.
Where was he located?
He was located just north of the offense location, just a few blocks north, around the 2800 block of Kilburn, next to around Colwick area, just a few blocks north of there.
Does he have any criminal history?
We've handled him before in the past for violent offense, and he was processed through the Juvenile Justice Center and with the Dallas County.
What was that for, that violent offense?
Family-related violent offense.
Did he admit at all to this crime?
Right now, we can't talk about anything that he said, but we don't have anything further from him.
Has he been cooperating?
We don't have anything further on that, on any accomplices or anything like that at this time. We're still investigating. Our homicide detectives, this is, a few hours old, and they're pressing. They're great at what they do, and getting information and vetting information, and we're going to make sure that we unturn every rock, look under everything, and make sure that we get out anybody who was involved in this. We will find out.
On a personal level, how does it sit with you to hear about a mother of 6 listening, complying, giving up the money, and yet she still was killed? How does it sit with you?
Well, problems systemic in our society at this time. Dallas Police Department, we view these things very serious, and they're family to us. Gabrielle Simmons is family to us. Her family are family to us, and that's why we have so many community people coming forward wanting to help us with this. And so with us, a tragic offense, a tragic incident that occurs in our neighborhoods far too often, and we don't like it, and we're going to do everything we can to prevent those kind of things from happening. We're going to do everything we can. We've been doing in the past. So Dallas Police Department is a partner in this, and we always hoping that the community partner with us in that area as well as other areas of Dallas.
Not that any age gun on the streets. What kind of conversations need to be had citywide to address issues like this?
Well, I think that's just not a question for the police department. I think we play a vital role in facilitating dialogue with community members and NGOs for agencies that want to help youth or help individuals who may be even past that to incapacitate or alleviate these kind of things that happen in our neighborhoods. I think that community, police, and media and non-governmental agencies play a role in helping to cause some of these things to subside. And we know we've seen this around the nation. Dallas is not exempt to that, but I think we have one thing in our favor, and that is we're great community, we're great community policing, we're great police officers, and we band together to try to get to the bottom of these things. That's why we've seen such an outpouring of concern with the community over this. And we would hope that every time some tragic incident like this happens in our city, that we would rise up and help.
Chief, did you all recover the weapon?
I can't say that at this particular time. That'll be forthcoming in the future. We're working this investigation. We're diligently working it right now.
Do you know how we got a hold of the gun?
No, we don't.
One more question, guys.
How does it sit with you that it's a 15-year-old, I mean, you'd call this a kid, 15-year-old doing something, not that any age it's okay to murder somebody, but 15 years old?
Well, you know, this is what our youth are. I would say, we're sitting with me personally, with the police department. I think in just the past few days, our chief convened a high-level meeting with DA Johnson and her staff, the juvenile department with Dr. Smith and Mrs. Hunter, and we just yesterday I visited some of the facilities out at down south of here, and I visited some of our facilities that take juveniles in. I think we have a vested interest in it from the police department side as well as the community to reach out to our youth and try to get them on the right track. There are so many things that we can do to help the youth to get them to where they need it. And I'll say this, by far we have more youth doing the right thing than we have youth doing the wrong things. What we have to do is get the youth who are involved in things that I've seen in my neighborhood growing up, seen different things happen, but we want to engage them and steer them away from this kind of life before, because today just not Gabrielle Simmons and her family's life have been destroyed. The life of a 15-year-old kid has been destroyed as well as his family. So all are touched in this. And when you're family, you should feel the touching, and we feel the pain. But today we're just talking to the family, letting the family know that we have a person, and this is just one of the first steps on our way to justice.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Dallas Police Department updating us on the latest on this case. We know a 15-year-old is now facing charges for capital murder. Ken, arrested not too far away from the crime location. We heard just a few blocks north from the scene.
Right, and that happened just a little bit ago, so that's something that investigators say they are continuing to work. Of course, we do have a crew there at Dallas Police Headquarters. We are continuing to follow the story, and we're going to bring you the very latest details just as we get them.